Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the new video series. It's a new thing. So, welcome to Mana's Arc. Mana's Arc. Let's give you a thing before we roll into the actual video. Mana Arc is going to be a series of videos that I'm going to make starting now to the future of different topics, of different genres and things I like. So, we might have a Mana Arcs of food, DC, Marvel, so on, etc., etc. So it's gonna have a similar feel to Generic Rambles, just to let you guys know, until I figure out how I want to mold it into its true identity. But yes, but welcome to Man of Arc. This is MCU edition. As you may know, the Loki series just came out with its third episode. Every Wednesday, a new episode of Loki is out. And that's what today's topic is going to be sort of about. Will be about Loki. And future, probably the next 3 weeks, will be Loki content. Then we'll backtrack to go through Falcon and Winter Soldier. Then we'll go back to WandaVision. And I'm just going to share my thoughts. Will these be reviews of the last episode? No. I really don't know how I will do reviews of episodes or movies. That's going to be a work in progress. But first of all, thank you guys for coming and checking this out. And let's go into it. We're not going to talk about certain things in the show, but I want to talk about certain events that is happening, and we're going to see where it foretells to in the future. You know what I'm saying? So, with that said, I will be talking about Loki spoilers from episode 1, 2, and 3 on this episode. Since I am kind of a bit late to this video, we're just gonna probably focus mainly on episode 3, but I might say some stuff here and there from episode 1 and 2, and I'm just curious what your thoughts on it. So, we learned in the last episode 2, that TVA employees were created by the TVA. But we found out in this episode of episode 3 that we learned that from the Lady Loki, aka Sylvie, that's what she's gone by her name on this episode. Her alias, which you may say, is that she said when she get the information for the timekeepers or their location, she said she has to go hundreds of years back to find out when she was a normal person. Clicking the confusion if you saw the beginning of episode 3 where they're drinking margaritas together. So you find out the TVA is taking variances from different types of timelines, making them work to protect the timeline or control time in one specific outcome. So, which is curious to see why are they doing that. Now, are the timekeepers actually the middleman in the universe? Are there neutral ground, or are they good or bad? We don't, as we know, good and bad is a perception. So they could be just bad doing something they think they're doing right. So that's something that we need to watch out for and look forward to, because it's going to be to see if Mobius is going to be whatever he's going to do, because he's so infatuated with jet skis, so he might have something to do with it in his previous life about that. Another good thing about the episode that I really enjoyed, on episode 3, they talk about more about Loki's past, his sexuality, which is pretty cool. I enjoyed that they made that little subtle moment on the train. That was pretty amazing as well. Another thing I want to point out is Lady Loki, aka Sylvie, is a lot of talk says she is an enchantress, and I believe that is the case, but I believe she is also the Loki that's determined and follow her own path to make herself to turn to an enchantress, because we find out in episode 3 she lost her mother when she was young. So obviously I believe she is, to the TVA standards, a Loki, but she's trying to do her own thing, making her an enchantress, since she learned her own magic, since she hadn't had a mother to teach her magic. So that's going to be very interesting to see if that theory is correct. in some shape or form, but I still don't know what Sylvie's end goal is for that show, what her main thing is, because we know in episode 2 she disrupted the timeline. She disrupted the timeline so she can see the TVA, the timekeepers, but Loki messed that up. As you see, if you watch episode 3, he messed that up, so it messes everything up and conclusively, if that makes sense, you know what I mean? So with the big cliffhanger in episode 3, I really don't know what direction they're gonna go and do for that moment of clarity, you know what I mean? So that's gonna be weird from that. But the stuff with the timekeepers it makes you kind of think now, because now it's like, from the very beginning, I didn't think they were good, and I don't think they're bad either. I think they're neutral, but I just want to know what their plan is, like what they're trying to do is, and I'm trying to figure out what Sylvie's end game is too, and we need to know what our Loki is, because it's like what Sylvie said in episode 3. It's like, you don't have a plan. You're just, plans have multiple steps. You're just doing something without a goal at the end, which you can see, which if you watch this Marvel Cinematic Universe, Loki, he doesn't have an end goal. You think, oh yeah, he wants to rule Asgard. What did he do when he ruled Asgard? He rewatched his life as plays in Asgard while eating grapes. That's what he did. That's what he did. Like, honestly, I would do the same thing. You know what I mean? So he's gonna have to find out his true purpose, and something that the TVA can't control. Well, now he knows what the TVA is. Now he's like, all right, now I gotta think, because he's thinking like himself. He's thinking according to the peaceful timeline. And there's so much to Loki's character in this show, which is really cool that they're deep diving into it. And I think as fans, as Marvel Cinematic Universe and anything else, it's good to see characters broken down, and that's what we're seeing in these shows. Because a lot of people I talk to just don't want to watch these shows because they don't think their shows are good. So I know I kind of went everywhere. This was my first episode on this, but thank you guys for watching. Next one will be more, I will have it precise and exactly, and the next episode will be definitely everything I'm gonna take, and we're gonna talk about episode 4 just in whole. Since like I said earlier in the video, I'm a little bit behind on how I'm on the videos of Loki. So the next video will be episode 4, and we'll talk about it. And I'm going to talk about subjects that I personally think we should watch out for, and that's how we're going to do these videos for anything I talk about Marvel for here on out. So I'm just curious, you guys, are you guys watching Loki? What you think about the show? What do you think about the rapture that Sylvie did in episode 2? Do you think that's connected to Spider-Man Far From Home? Because it kind of looks, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It kind of looks like it's messing with the timeline, and you know they're not going to fix it. Do you think it's going to link to Doctor Strange and his second movie with multiple timelines, and they're going to try to fix it? Who knows? I want to know your guys' thoughts. So down below, give me, let's see, I'm going to ask you guys 3 questions. Who's your favorite Marvel character? It can be comics. It can be anything. It could be just a straight up MCU. What you think of the Loki show? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? And lastly, do you like this video? Give this video a like if you like the video, or give it a dislike if you don't like us, or you think I should stay with video games. I'm just branching out, talking about stuff that I love, and hopefully you love it too. And hopefully y'all don't bash me too hard about it. But we're going to have these videos out every Thursday, I hope. And yeah, so look forward to next Thursday for the next video for my Marvel content. And welcome to the Arc, and peace out.